Before I start this video, you toxic Spider-Man meat riders better not spam my comments. I already dealt with this with these in my other videos comment section. We all know Deadpool and Wolverine. It's the greatest movie of 2024, along with Godzilla and Kong the New Empire, and I want to do this while New Year's is right around the corner. And if y'all didn't even know, Blade, aka Wesley Snipes, returned. Meanwhile, it's been like 5 months since the release. I don't want to talk to you. Basically, you've been living under a rock. After watching this masterpiece a dozen times on Disney+, I realized that the drunken, depressed, immortal Logan, aka Wolverine, is controversially better than this friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. This is clearly a random pair. He's mostly an anti-hero, he doesn't want to kill, he's X-Men, he's Avengers, but the fact he's the most popular superhero, a high school nerd, while this honey badger could be placed in Mortal Kombat along with RoboCop, because it's also Gory's fucking W flick. I'm going to use the 4 main essential categories and what makes a hero good, so I'm going to start talking now. A mission could be any important task or duty that is assigned, allotted, or self-imposed. When we're talking about the 2 older Spider-Men, their missions are self-imposed. When we're talking about Tom, he's most likely assigned. Like bruh is trying to have a fun school trip in Europe, and Nick Fury pulls a Jules from Pulp Fiction by making him do a part-time job defeating mythical creatures who turn out to be fake. And his most important mission was to make everyone forget who he was. Meanwhile, that mission was a problem he started. Like bro, how'd you forget to include your best bud? Aside from Tom, Tobey and Andrew are both similar, but Tobey can shoot webs organically, so he surpasses 2 of the rest. Easy. The 3 Spider-Men do well with their missions 75% of the time. The other 25% is when they don't want to kill an OP villain and instead want to talk it out. So Spider-Man gets an 85 out of 100 for mission. Now let's move on to Logan. Logan was originally part of the X-Men and is one with the highest chance for survival. Well, for the most part. He obviously uses his dope adamantium claws along with his adamantium skeleton, and also uses speed and anger for every mission and problem he comes across. His mission most of the time is to stop every very powerful mutant, and most likely be psychopaths depending on their characteristics. But since I'm talking about Logan, I'll focus on his mission. And also that mission was probably the most memorable. If you don't get why it's so memorable, get out of here. You obviously have not watched it before you saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Like bro, he literally went all out while his own skeleton was poisoning him, just to save the last remaining mutants who were 2 years old or something. He even got to see and held his own daughter's hand. I bet Peter Parker can hold MJ's hand unless she doesn't cheat on him for the 11th time. And Gwen Stacy? Well, there's a dope ghost spider and the scientist. Oh wait, we know what happened. At least Logan kept his daughter alive. Anyway, that gives Logan 95 out of 100. Since I'm talking about Marvel, the type of power I'm talking about is superpower. A superpower is any superhuman ability. Yeah, that's it. We all know what the fuck it is. Spider-Man's superpowers are shooting webs, organically when super, hanging onto walls, Spidey sense, and a bit above average human strength. Out of all the Spider-Man movies we've seen, this is an S-tier power. But the only flaw, which is only for Tobey, is that depression can block his webs. So basically he needs to stay with that cheater for the rest of his life. That's probably the only thing I dislike about Tobey's Spider-Man. The other 2 don't have organic webs, so their inventions aren't super. Instead, it's just nerdy. But yeah, aside from the different types of webs, Spidey's an OP superhero, so that gives him an 8 out of 100 for powers. Now let's move on to Logan. I feel like I said this multiple times already, but this is the powers category, so I have to. Logan's powers are immortality, claws, and speed faster than the super soldier himself. Ignoring his poisoning, he could defeat an entire Taliban tribe with total brutality, but I don't think I can show too much due to R-rating gore. If Spider-Man trapped him with webs, he can just slice through it even if it's worth harming himself because of his healing immortal skin. I feel like y'all get the point. Logan gets a 90 out of 100. A superhero identity is the false or public identity being known to the general public as a superhero persona, and the other being the secret identity. We all know Spidey, but apparently Wolverine was given armor, obviously for protection and defense, but also to conceal his true identity. But that doesn't really make much sense compared to a mask like Spidey, and the fact he never wore one in any movie until now. So yeah, this time Spidey gets a 100 out of 100, and Logan gets a 50 out of 100. I only did half as much as his score because he wears a mask in the comics, but he just puts it on like he doesn't care if people see him. Actually, he uses it for killing mostly. That makes a lot of sense. He just wears it just to look badass. So that just became a 90 out of 100 for him. It depends on the Spider-Man outfit. Like, this is perfection.
Spider-Man No Way Home established that there was no Oscorp in the game for a number of reasons, because I've always theorized that since Spider-Man No Way Home...
Look at this damn suit. Look at this damn suit. Literally just the best. Oh my gosh, it just looks so good.
And what gives Toby and Andrew a lot of credit is they made the suit themselves. And Tom's suit is cool. Look at that, a lot of accessories. Oh wait, what's that? Oh yeah, Tom didn't make his own suit. It was actually Tony Stark and mostly the machine after he died. Like, ain't no way he could make that machine other than little Iron Man. Well, we finally got to see Tom make his own suit way back when No Way Home came out, but I rather and probably always prefer Toby's. Spidey will get a 95 out of 100 because Toby and Andrew's suits are amazing. And now let's move on to Logan. It only took
20 years
to get Logan's actual suit. Like, look at it. It's the suit all the fans wanted to see in theaters, and it was totally worth it. 97 out of 100. The other 300 is a lack of shoulder pads, but it's still goated. Well, that was this video. I know in the beginning I was dissing the Spidey fans, but it's kind of obvious I don't actually dislike at least most of you guys, unlike the Swifties. I was always a big fan of Marvel. I'm part of the fandom along with Godzilla. I'm even those people who think Marvel is better than DC, although The Dark Knight is top 5 movies ever. Yeah, I don't really know much else to say other than Happy Holidays and Happy New Year, and I believe in Santa Claus, and I also include Laura on the same level with Logan, and she a badass.